Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aishwarya. Today's look is on this very dewy nude skin. This is a look I essentially do when I have to go meet the photographers or I have to go meet a client like a creative director or somebody who's gonna like be discussing with me. Also, they're gonna be like taking a look at how my skin condition is, how my face is, and accordingly they'll be like thinking of what they can do with it. This is my model of duty glass skin look for Indian skin tones with round eyebrows for illusion of more eyelid space and contoured lips for maximum volume. Model or not, it's a useful look for every girl to have. I prefer this because this has salicylic acid in it. So I like that it gives me that clarifying which I need in order for me to like do the nude skin look. Next, I'm going to use this. It has some almond oil and castor oil in it. Very little that is there. Not even using a drop, using less than that. If you guys want to like do baking and you have dry skin and you're not able to, just go in with this oil and then do baking. Don't forget your neck. Anything and everything you put on your face should be on your neck too. Of course, you don't need to buy this oil. You can use any oil. You need to like go in with something moisturizing before you can put on the foundation that we're gonna put on, because this foundation needs like a very moisturized base. I would like to leave the oil on for a while. Gives your skin like 2 minutes to absorb the oil in. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to like fast forward the part where I do brows or not, because you know, I feel like watching me do my eyebrows is next to watching grass grow. I'm just gonna make my eyebrows look slightly more round. Arched eyebrows, my natural shape. So I'm just going to slightly cheat the shape. Brush them up for glory, brush them up for texture, brush them up to just understand the shape that you have drawn on. Just check if you've like followed the 3-point technique. I've done a video on 3-point technique for eyebrows. You can go ahead and watch. So just at the end, check your work if you followed the 3-point. You of course can cheat the shape of your eyebrows, but it has to be within the diameters of your proportion, like proportion of your eyebrow bone, proportion of your nose, your face cut and everything. At this point, you can go ahead and add powder, or you can just leave it like this. I would like to just leave it like this because you know, you can see a little bit of skin in between, and I feel like that really goes very well with nude skin looks. Just to show it for people who might want to add some powder. So just adding a little bit of powder. Notice how I'm using a grey color powder, not black, because you want it to like look soft and feminine. And there are times when I use black when I want, you know, the eyebrows to like really stand out, when I want to like really do a full-on Ardra type of a look. This what I'm doing eyebrows, I associate this a little bit more with like Mrigasira kind of eyebrows. For those of you who don't know what Ardra and Mrigasira are, they are nakshatras. And women who are born in certain nakshatras have certain facial features. Some Pierce soap, run that through the brows just so that you know our brows remain in the same shape that we have drawn all day. We've given a few minutes for the oil to set in. Now we're going to go in with the star of the show, Estee Lauder Double Camouflage Foundation. I'm using the shade 3C4 in medium deep. We're just going to dot it across and then I'm going to blend it with my fingers. This is certainly a product that I feel works much better with your fingers as opposed to a brush or a sponge, because it's a full coverage product. I mean, it can cover tattoos and everything, which is why you like need very little of it. This foundation is the preferred foundation for me when I'm going for like meetings for ad films or photo shoot purposes, if I'm meeting the photographers or if I'm meeting the creative directors, because this foundation is something that gives that skin that glow. At the same time, it doesn't, I don't have to like use highlighters or anything. It's just skin that glows. No highlighters needed, no primer needed. I certainly think it works much better on bare skin as opposed to how it works on primer. And one fun fact about this foundation, it has hyaluronic acid in it. Hyaluronic acid is such an important ingredient that I've done separate videos on it. Just give it some humidity around your face so it can draw water from there. And you look well slept. Whereas actually, it was makeup. So, same thing that I'm using for my concealer purposes. Oh, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. Estee Lauder people don't even know I exist. I've had this tube like since 4-5 years now. I think I still have half of it left. And that's because it's so full coverage that I need very little of it. And also the quantity they give you is like good quantity. They give you like 30 ml of it. And it's like in very solid form. It's not like a runny liquidy foundation or anything. So you're getting a good bang for your buck. So how I got introduced to this foundation is so this was when I was just like entered the pageant, and it's been like 1 day or maybe half day, and I got to know that I'm finalized and everything, and I saw these girls with such beautiful skin, and some of them were already models. They knew how to take care of their skin, they knew everything. And then there was me. Sidebar, can you spot me in the group photo? Which one am I? Tell me in the comments below. Okay, sidebar over. Who used to run around the city, who had just left her event management job, which involved me to be outdoor a lot. I used to roam around in my scooty a lot. So I really did not have that model skin, And so that's when I understood that, I'm going to have to like take some help from some professional makeup or some kind of maintenance I'm going to have to do. So I went into this one mall, I went into MAC, and the foundation they showed me was so yellow. It was like I had put haldi on my face. And I think they showed me NC42 or something because I was very tan. And I hated how yellow it looked. And that's when I understood that, oh my god, this is not going to work out. I'm going to have to do something else. I tried Body Shop and these things, but my skin was not in a very good condition for any foundation to look good. I was just roaming around, and that's where this person, the sales girl or the manager in Estee Lauder showroom saw me go up and down and be stressed. And she said, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for this. I cannot afford brushes or sponges, I'm just starting off. I don't earn so much that I can buy a concealer and a powder and a foundation and all of that. Just give me any one product, which is a good product, which will, make my skin look good, which will help me during this pageant. And that's when she gave me this. She told me that this foundation that year was an award-winning foundation because it held up very well in humidity. And I said, okay, I don't want something which is yellow. Give me something which is like peachy or pinky or neutral. Hence, what I have is in C. It is 3C4. You certainly can go for this shade called 20, which is a W. Ashu is lighter than me, 20 is darker than me, but both are in their warm palette. The warm in Estee Lauder is definitely not as warm as MAC, but I went in for the C, the cool, the pinkier one, because I had just seen how yellow looked on my face in MAC showroom and I ran out of there. So, yeah. So then she told me that, I don't need to buy a concealer and a powder or anything because this foundation, it sets on its own. You can definitely set it with a powder, which I'm going to. But if you don't want to, you can leave it like that as well. You can see how it's just like brightened the whole eye area and how it's made it look. So I really like thanked her for this foundation, and like she showed me the texture and everything. It was beautiful. I was there ready to buy it, and then she told me they don't have a fresh piece. Duh. And I was like, I just cannot catch a break. Then she told me that there's another mall which has it and she'll get it from there. She saw how disappointed I am, and it's such a sweet lady. It's so nice of her. So that's how I got introduced to this foundation, guys. And I love that essay for introducing me to this, because otherwise I would have not gotten to know about this. I feel like this foundation doesn't get as much of attention on YouTube as much it deserves, because we have constantly new things coming up, but just because they're new doesn't mean they're good. So for the sake of our foundation, we're just going to I'm spritzing my face with some rose water, because as I said, this foundation, it needs some H2O molecules. This is a very helpful technique for women with dry, dehydrated lips like mine. A little bit of D14. You can take any dark contour shade. There is always a little bit of a white line around your lip. If you just get close to the mirror and notice, you will be able to see it. We're going to apply the contour product over that white line. Keep in mind, do not cross that white line. I will do a detailed tutorial on it as well, but right now just generally you can see that we're not crossing that white line, because that is when everything can look a little too much. Drawing a little bit more of this contour product on the outer edges of the lip to make them look as if they are slightly going away and the center part of the lip is coming forward, to just make everything look more plump. Now we're going to take a little bit of foundation, the same foundation we used earlier, and now as you can see, I'm drawing a fake white line around the contour that we have laid down. This white line is what actually enables this whole lip contour to look natural and as if you have not outlined at all, as if you've just put a little bit of a pinky brown lipstick. We're gonna go in with a crease brush, like a very thin, slim crease brush. This is a painting brush by Camlin, and we're gonna buff the edges out. Make sure to mesh everything with your fingers as well, because the heat of your fingers is what actually melts everything together and makes everything look very seamless. I'm gonna go in with gloss. This is one of my favorite glosses. This is one of the rare lip glosses which I feel is moisturizing at the same time glossy without being sticky. Otherwise, I can wear some other kind of gloss. My hair is gonna get stuck all over my lips. So this doesn't do that, and it changes color as per your skin temperature. Given our skin like a few minutes to set, once you feel like your skin is almost set, just go over everything with a beauty blender. Yes, I know this is a glossy skin model of duty, dewy skin vibes, and yes, I am going to powder, because I feel like when you powder, you set the cream at the same time. You make sure as to where you want the eyes to look. Blend any of the creases you have, and then just lightly just dab some powder over it. Keep in mind, if you really want to retain that texture that we worked on, go in with a smoothing powder. I'm using Lakme Rose Powder because it's very smoothing and it's like very translucent, and it has a slight pink sort of undertones to it, which I feel work very well with this foundation, because I am using something in cool tone, right? If you're using a foundation that is warm tone, then it might be better for you to go in with a powder that is warm tone, just in case the undertones don't clash, because when undertones clash, it can result in like a slight ashiness of the skin. Definitely powder around gloss, because otherwise it's gonna shift, it's gonna leak. So powdering it, just like, it creates like a dam around it, making our lip gloss stay the whole time in place. I am going to precise powder. Done. Now our gloss is not going to move at all. Like, now our gloss is going to stay exactly where we want it to. I like to just take that little bit of whatever is there, and I like to use this slight depth to the skin. Bronzer, come contour, come blush, come whatever you want to call it. So this is the finished look.
And guys, a little secret between us. I ended up winning 2 crowns and 3 sachets from that pageant. When I woke up the next day morning, I saw this in the newspaper.
Please subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else you would like me to make a video on. Bye bye.